What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my God.
Wait, crayons? Don't talk about crayons. Crayons? Crayons? You're wrong, Daddy! You're wrong, Daddy! You're wrong, Daddy! You're wrong, Daddy! Hey, are you independent? Do you not need no man? That's fine. You can always call 1-800 Call a Bear. Call a bear. Hook up with your bear today. Warning, this content creator will not be held responsible if you get eaten alive by that bear.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and welcome to Colosseum Daily. Tonight's topic is going no contact. Is it a trend or is it fiction? That is the question we're going to be asking today. Is going no contact a trend or is it karma? Is it a trend? Or I meant to say karma instead of fiction. Is it a trend or is it karma? In my opinion, it's karma. Now, why are we talking about this today? Well, Oprah Winfrey, yes, I did say Oprah. Oprah Winfrey had a little show on kids going no contact with their parents. And it got a little controversial. Good, Horrocks. Good to see you, brother. And the reason I think this is karma is because, well, I think it's response to the bullshit that we go through with our families. Oftentimes in families, especially Black families, you are conditioned to put up with a lot, and I do mean a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. Too much bullshit, if you ask me. You going no contact doesn't surprise me at all. It's something I think needs to happen. Somebody has to break the cycle. Now, you can take that however you want to take it, but that's where I'm at. Somebody has to break the cycle. But yeah, Oprah did this whole show about parents going no contact with their children, children going no contact with their parents. Now, it has been suggested one of the reasons Oprah is bringing this up is because, well, quiet as kept, there are still laws on the books that whether they're being enforced or not is another story. But there are still laws on the books that require children to take care of their parents. Now, these laws haven't been enforced in years because, other people have taken up the tab, like Medicaid has taken up the tab. Well, guess what? The big beautiful bill happened in Indiana. There's still laws on the books. You can look it up. Don't take my word for it. In 29 states, it's on the books. It's not being enforced, but it's on the books that you're obligated to take care of your parents. And people think this is the reason this is being brought up all of a sudden. But whether or not it's a trend, well, it might be a trend. What's going on, Sick Diggy? Who knows? But let's take a look at this. Set my playlist up here. Let's take a look at this situation. All right. Been a long day. I had to do a treatment today, so I might be a little tired, but I'm gonna get. How does BGS said? I'm punching the clock. So let's share screen. We're going to Colosseum Daily. Yeah, let's take a look at a little bit of this okra session.
Today officially marks 1 year no contact with my parents.
I've been basically fully no contact with my parents for the last 3+ years.
We're talking about the rapidly growing epidemic of estranged children who walk away from their parents. What are they protecting themselves from?
Trauma, high blood pressure, you name it. There are a lot of reasons people go no contact with their family. By the way, it should be noted, a lot of black women are going no contact with their mothers. Gee, I wonder why. What was that verse in Proverbs 14, verse 1? What does that say again? Oh, right. A foolish woman will tear down her own house. Anyway.
What? I'm over it. I'm over the idea that parents are supposed to sit around in emotional timeout until our kids decide we're worthy again.
And when somebody new in my life finds out that I've been no contact with them, without failure, the number one thing that they tell me is,
that's your family. That's your mama. That's your daddy. That's your auntie. And I noticed in my poll is split down the middle. 50% said, yeah, they've got no contact. 50% said no, which is fine.
but they're still your mom.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. It is my pleasure to welcome you.
Now, for the record, I have never gone no contact with either of my parents. My father died when I was 17, and I was taking care of my mother until she died. So I haven't gotten no contact with either one of my parents. However, I have gotten no contact with some of my other relatives. And no, I'm not going to discuss it here. But anyway, let's continue.
To the Oprah podcast. We are here in New York City with a live audience of our listeners. Hello, New York. Hello, New York. Hello, New York. So maybe you all can relate in some way to this growing phenomenon known as going no contact. That's when a person cuts off ties to someone in their family. A Cornell University study now shows that almost 1/3 of Americans are are actively estranged from a family member. That is incredible to me. I want to ask a few people in our audience to help us understand what that means. So Bristol, go ahead.
I have been no contact with my entire family for a year and a half now.
No contact.
No contact.
Not a phone call, not a text, not a nothing.
Nothing.
For a year and a half now. Okay. Chris, how about you?
It's been 4 years since I've had contact with my parents and my siblings.
4 years. Not a word.
Not a word.
Okay. And Kendall?
I've been no contact with my 30-year-old son for 2 years.
By your choice?
By choice.
Okay. So some experts believe that there's been a shift in how younger generations protect their mental health and their boundaries or have an
Okay. Understandable. And I'll be honest, for years, I didn't think I would be in a place where I would go no contact with a family member. But as I get older, there's just certain bullshit that I can't have in my life anymore. And I'm just not going to tolerate in my life anymore. And it is what it is. Yeah. Ever since I turned 14, my mom threatened me with being thrown out of the house, and how I find laws saying I have to take care of her or take care of them. Yeah, they're on the books. They're not necessarily enforced. Now, I have heard stories how the one area it may be enforced is if they're in a nursing home in some states, and the nursing home is charging the children with the care of their mother because Medicaid won't pay for it anymore. I have heard some stories about that, but other than that, yeah, unfortunately in some states that's still on the books. Now, whether it's going to stay there, or they're going to really start enforcing this shit, probably not. I don't see them really enforcing this shit. If they do, well, I guess they just want to see the pitchforks. But anyway, let's continue.
Expanded view of what is considered abuse, and that has led to a silent epidemic. So social media has millions of videos with the hashtag no contact from adult children who say that their parent or their sibling is toxic and they've had enough. So what is going on? So we gathered leading experts, and people with different experiences and points of view on this issue, including parents whose adult children have cut them off. And we'll hear from other adult children who chose to go no contact with their parents. I know this is a tender, hot button topic. My hope is that we can open. Dr. Lindsay Gibson is here, and she's a clinical psychologist and New York Times bestselling author of Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. And I hear it has sold now over 2 million copies. And many people credit your book as the catalyst, actually, for this surge in adult children going no contact. Now, her upcoming book is How to Raise an Emotionally Mature Child. So, Dr. Gibson, what is it that you were seeing in your own practice?
Yeah, as a psychotherapist, what I was seeing was people coming in not identifying the problem as being with their parents or their family members. Usually it was some other kind of stress. Could be work stress or friend stress, that kind of thing. And then about 3 or 4 sessions in, they would start talking about what was going on with the family, as sort of like their daily life stress. And from there, we would begin to get a picture of this old underlying tension that had been going on for a long time with the family. But very few people early in the day would come in and say, I have a problem with my mother, or I have a problem with my son. They would come in with some other life stress, and then we would get to the family.
Yeah, I can understand that. it took me a long time to start talking about the some of the beasts I went through with my family. I'm not going to discuss it here, but it took me a long time. It took me years to get to the place where I could discuss that with people. But it eventually happened.
Family issue. What I
Is the family issue at the root of most things?
Well, I don't know if it's at the root or whether it just resonates with
Yeah.
what's going on now. It's very hard to tell. But what I found was that the coping mechanisms that they had learned to use with their parents when their parents were either trying to control them or get them to do what they wanted were being transferred to their current relationships or their work relationships.
Could you give us some factors that you believe make it necessary to protect somebody's emotional health by going no contact? I mean, when you say to someone, or do you say to them, perhaps you should go no contact?
Yeah, I don't say that.
You don't say that.
I don't say that.
You let them decide
Well,
for
my
themselves.
job as a therapist is to help people
come to their own conclusions.
Well, not only come to their own conclusions, but I want them to be able to turn within and test out their own inner guidance. In other words, get back in touch with their own feelings and how things affect them. And lots of times when you've had a dominant parent, that ability to know what you actually feel and think has been messed with, okay? Because it becomes an issue of you love your parent by agreeing with what they see. So actually, no, I'm all about helping people to understand the dynamics of the relationship, how it's affecting them, and then they make the decision about what they want to do.
Well, how do you talk to them about your emotionally immature parent, and how do you determine whether a parent is emotionally immature?
Yeah. I really stay away from those terms in psychotherapy because I'm not
You wrote
there.
a whole book about it.
I did write the book.
When I'm coming in, I'm coming to the lady. I'm coming to the lady who wrote the book about emotionally immature parents, okay?
Absolutely.
Whether you mention it or not in our session. Yeah.
Right. But when I'm talking with them in the session, I'm describing behavior. They're describing behavior, and we're talking about the effect of those behaviors on them. Down the road, once they've read the book, then we might use that shorthand about emotional immaturity. But at the time, we're just trying to understand their subjective experience.
We're going to skip to some stories. This is about an hour long. If you guys want to watch it, you can.
We're not connected with our families. What would be your advice for talking about that with our children, right? How as parents can we best support our children as they grow up?
You mean
potentially
with their
without
grandparents? Without grandparents. Without
That's
grandparents.
right, yeah.
Because are you speaking to your parent? You're not speaking to your parents either?
No.
Why aren't you speaking to your parents?
I grew up in a very religious household. And when I became an adult and was not necessarily having some of the same morals and values and political beliefs and religion, they basically disowned me.
Okay. They disowned you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your children are grandparentless right now. Okay. And so you're asking the question of how do you manage the grandparentlessness, right? Nedra, is it a tragedy if as a grandchild, their children are 2 and 4, you never even knew your grandparents?
Yes, but they will still have some idea of what a grandparent is. And I think for you two, it'll be very important in an age-appropriate way to explain the situation. We have chosen to not have this contact as a protection for our family, right? And as they get older, you express that more. I don't think they need to know like all of the painful stories. That's not appropriate. But being clear that this is a choice that you made and trying to find other people in the world who can be grandparent-like.
Yeah, this isn't just this is not just a black thing. This is a white thing too, believe it or not. And it's pretty deep. Let's go to another section. Fair use.
For several years.
Okay. Tell us what this was like for you to go through this.
Oh, it was hell. I was completely heartbroken. I was married and divorced in my 20s, and my daughter's in her 40s now. We're blessedly very close, and she has a child that I'm also very close to. But, she's in her early 20s, and she wanted to talk to me about what it was like growing up being in a blended family and how she felt, after I became remarried and had kids from my second marriage, which is my current marriage, and, how she felt in some ways neglected or like I didn't really have her back and in some ways unloved by me, which is very, very painful to hear that your own child say that. And at the time, of course, I responded defensively, angrily, explained myself, blamed other people. Yeah, and for some weird reason, it didn't really bring her back to me. I don't understand why. But so it really wasn't until I realized I just needed to empathize with her and take responsibility, find the kernel of truth, if not the bushel of truth, what her complaints were, that things really began to shift. Because up to that point, I was making it about me, and it was really about her and her suffering. But going through that was hell. I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed.
Did that inform your ability to write rules of estrangement? Did it?
Yeah. You are presenting your children with a role model of how to handle conflict. And that's a concern. You are showing them that people can be cut out of your life. And so that is a role model. Because I'll sometimes work with a parent who will say, well, you did it, Mom. You cut out your grandma, so why can't I cut out you? So it's an adult child. So we just have to be very mindful of every layer of this.
Oh,
yes.
I thought about that. I think you will try, knowing what you all do about the importance of your inner subjective experience as being an individual. You're going to pass that on to your child, that what people make you feel inside matters, okay? And that has to be taken into account. It's not a solution just to cut somebody out for no reason, of course. But if there are reasons, there are people that the role model that you're becoming is, if there are people that are harmful to you emotionally, you do have the right to keep as much distance, maybe not total cutoff or whatever. You have the right to decide the optimal distance that you're going to have in your relationship with them. That is preparing them for adult life. So I don't see it as you giving them carte blanche about cut anybody out that you don't like. You're saying, you have to come to that decision about what's best for you. And we would be here to talk with you about that if you ever needed that.
Thanks, Chris and Bree. Thank you. Thank you. Bristol?
Hi. I first want to start off by saying thank you for creating space to have this conversation. When I first made the decision to go
graduate, but I feel she lacks conflict resolution skills. And I just feel like my question to the therapist is how do we move forward to help parents and children that weren't in abusive parents? Like, a lot of us are really good parents. We aren't deserving of this. How do we teach parents and children that we can work through the messy, hard stuff so that we can talk and not go no contact? Because I'm not going to lie, like, it's been 3.5 years, no word at all. And the glimmer of hope of us ever reconnecting is going away. I talk about a platform and get parents up to be seen and heard. And, when it first started happening to me, I was like you. I was like, I thought I was alone. So now I have a platform where parents can be seen and heard, because we are villainized. And that video was about how villainized we become on that app.
What was the response to that video?
Parents were thankful. And, so many, I felt like I was alone. And to be honest, so many of us parents, I'm not a therapist, but I've heard hundreds of stories. So many of us never even got the opportunity to sit down and talk to our children. Listen, I'm all about.
Okay. I got to call bullshit on that, but okay. Oftentimes, because I've seen this over the years, oftentimes we try to sit down and talk to our elder relatives, and they give us their whole ass to kiss. So I have to call bullshit on this. I've tried to talk to the family member I cut off. I try to talk to her, but whenever I try to calm down and talk to her, she gives me her whole ass to kiss. So from now on, I've went no contact with this individual. it is what it is. So no, I don't buy that at all. Yeah. Yeah, take the L. Get over it.
We don't decide what hurt. We don't get to decide what hurt someone.
Yes.
They don't get to decide what hurt us. So if my daughter came to me and said, Mom, can we talk? Heck, yes, absolutely. I would take ownership of anything.
Put a 1 in the chat if you believe what she just said. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that's some bullshit. Yep. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
She said I did to hurt her because I don't get to decide what hurt her.
Okay.
But she refuses.
Well, that brings me to the point when you said the reason we are not talking now was.
Okay, y'all got the gist of that. So, a lot of people are not happy with Oprah right now because they feel like she's on the parent side on this one. So let's take a look at that.
A friend of mine called me recently, distraught over the fact that her
shout out to Pink Book Lessons for the video.
Her grown daughter, whom she thought she had a really great relationship with, and had recently just gone to dinner with, sent her a message saying, I'm no longer going to be in contact with you. Please do not try to reach me. She thought something had happened to her child, that perhaps she'd been kidnapped, and realized shortly after sending.
Oh, by the way, before we go any further, this episode of Colosseum Daily has been brought to you by Gynocracy Soup. The Gynocracy, the Black Woman is God's soup. This flavor is condensed lies and bullshit. Now with 1,000% extra sodium. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit that super chat and support the show. You might get your free can of Gynocracy Soup. The Black Woman is God. Anyway, let's continue.
Authorities to see if her daughter was okay, that it was true that her daughter no longer wanted to have contact with her. And she was asking me if I knew about this trend in the country.
And what I don't get about you, Oprah, is how you talking about trends when you had to cut off your whole entire family.
Oh, yes. For those you don't know, Oprah cut off her family. Yes. Interesting.
Did you forget about that? Did you forget what your mom did to you? You don't think you're the only one who had up parents? Hello?
Yeah, and Oprah Winfrey was never the person to be holding the no contact conversation. We went no contact with her years ago. She is the reason why Tyler Perry has the platform that he has. Oh my God. We stopped listening to fucking Oprah Winfrey when not only did she not want to acknowledge the fucking abuse that she went through as actual abuse, but then
she also didn't want to acknowledge the abuse that went on in that school that she built over in Africa. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oh, right.
Subsequently, the abuse that she caused other fucking people. What? What are you talking about? This was never the person to be holding this conversation. Wrap it the fuck up. As soon as she got on the microphone and said, friend, please, wrap it the fuck up before your old ass gets slapped in here.
Oh, no, not slap her. That lady pushing 72 years old. That would be elder abuse. Listen, they are coming for Oprah right now. She called adult children going no contact a trend, and they've been roasting Oprah ever since.
What? At the very least, finna get cussed out. What? Because not the
damn, Oprah is 71 years old. Interesting.
Abuser trying to hold the conversation about the abuse and then gaslight you about the fucking abuse at the same time that they're fake holding the conversation. Please. She is the kettle. She's the kettle and the pot.
So Oprah came out with a new episode. She's doing some podcast, trying to wiggle her way back in the homes and hearts of women. And let's just say it's not going too well for Oprah, at least with the millennials. No, the millennials and Gen Z, they are not feeling Oprah on this topic. And they accuse her of using.
Shout out to Horowitz for the super chat. Let me read that again. Come on, here we go. I bet Darth Harpo has a kid out there from her earlier years, and she couldn't abort this out there that cut her off. Yep. I won't be surprised. I'm gonna have to put that in my recorders. All my life I had to fight. I love Harpo, but I kill him dead before I let him beat me. But anyway, Hortz, you get
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Let the church say yes. Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen.
Using this as just another way to market herself. Why? Because Oprah is pretending that this is just some new trend when she also had to cut off her own narcissistic mama. The adult children in the situation made it very clear that this is not a trend on the internet or some sort of challenge. Cutting off family, especially a parent, isn't some club young people are joining. Nah, it's not a trend. It's usually the last resort to solve an ongoing issue.
Pretty much.
They've been trying to correct, not for days, weeks, or months, or a year, but it's been multiple years, half a decade, 2 decades. And for the more mature crowd, it's been 3-4 decades of issues for them. They also accuse Oprah and her program of being too lenient on the parents. But my thing is, what do you expect? That's Oprah's audience. So of course, with the way it's presented,
pretty much,
I expected to see more sympathy for her baby boomer audience.
Of course, Oprah is minimizing and downplaying and dismissing, or I don't know what she did, but it sounds calling it a trend to go no contact. Of course she is. And it seems counterintuitive because Oprah came out of a history of abuse. And so I know, and she's like an authority that many of us grew up with on emotions and mental health and all of that. And so that is
Oprah, an authority on mental health, really?
Why it's confusing. But what I want you to remember is that Oprah's audience is the boomers. Oprah's a boomer. Her audience is the boomers. So
pretty much
that's who's listening for the most part to her podcast.
This Oprah podcast discussion about parental estrangement. Disclaimer, I have not watched the podcast yet. I plan on doing it. But the advertisement alone was triggering, and there are so many red flags. For one, the word trend was horribly, terribly irresponsible to continue to use in advertising this. Nobody is going no contact because, my parent pissed me off. I see other kids are doing it. Let me do it too. Stop using that word. It's dismissive. It's stupid. No one is just leaving their whole parental unit, their source of safety. Biologically, we are not wired to leave our parents, which is why at 43, I have just
very true.
Now hit the 1 year no contact mark with my own mother. We're not wired to just do that. So there's no amount of seeing it on social media that is going to encourage it in somebody who is not need to do it anyway.
That's another point. You have the older generations, mostly baby boomer mothers, Gen Xers too, once again failing to take accountability and running around playing victim. Instead of looking at themselves, their behavior, their history, and not just over a few months, but their actions over decades at this point, instead of looking at themselves and realizing they're the problem, they're blaming everything and everybody else. You have a lot of them saying it's social media. You also have therapists coming out saying the parents are trying to blame them for their issues with their own children. It's crazy. They have to find somebody to blame it on because it just can't be them. It's got to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm. So her friend supposedly went to lunch with the daughter, had a good lunch, and then all of a sudden the daughter fell off the map. Phone calls, text messages, she wasn't responsive. Finally, the daughter reaches back out to her and says that she thinks that they just need to take some time or some space, that she needs to distance herself from the relationship. And the friend is flabbergasted. A parent who has no clue, I don't buy that. So that was the second red flag, is this version of a story from someone who's talking to a person like Oprah, who has authority, who has position, who has power, and who has wealth. Now, if you have a narcissistic mama, you know good and well they're never going to show that particular type of friend their ugly dark side. They can be abusive. Emotional abuse is abuse, physically and emotionally, to that child, and they're.
I'm sorry. I gotta be a little petty here, but basically what she said. Well, let the church say yes. Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen. Oh, Lordy be. Well, let the church say yes. Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen.
A friend like Oprah will never know.
And no, they'll never know, because the version of events the narcissistic mother is going to tell her friends, family, and anybody who will listen, it's the version that keeps her image intact as a victim or the perfect mother in the situation. And the opposite party is always going to be painted as a problem. So if you thought they only did this to fathers, I've talked about this for years. They use the same tactic on the fathers they had children with. They badmouth those men they laid down with, and they did such a great job at this. They turned their children against their own fathers. The children don't even know the whole story, but they were raised to take up and defend their narcissistic mother and never.
Yep. Yes, indeedy. Well, let the church say yes. Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen.
Never even heard the full story about what really happened between their mother and their father. Well, guess what? Now they're doing the same thing to their adult children. Yeah, they'll paint the adult child as just some problem child, or come up with every other reason they can make up to place the blame on the adult child instead of owning up and taking accountability for their own actions. They will throw their own children under the bus to other family members, from aunts, uncles, cousins, even their other children. We're talking about behavior that's usually solely preserved for a man. They're now doing it to their own children when those adult children realize they're the problem and they've been the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they don't have the men to fight with because they all died and the old mothers are the only ones still left, or they've done such a great job at turning all the children away from the fathers that now those men.
Let the church say yes. Let the church say amen.
And still living and breathing are still a non-factor. They've been wiped out anyway. And then you're left with just a family full of women. So they start doing the same thing to their kids because all the men are gone anyway. Nobody's left but the children and the grandchildren. They've been doing that for years. There are so many adult sons raised in single parent households led by their mothers. They'll tell you that their mother mistreated them because he looked just like his daddy. And she couldn't stand her own son just because his daddy wasn't there. Now, she'll never tell the whole truth about that either. She won't say why the daddy isn't there or the real reason why she connected with that man and chose him to have those kids with. But when things don't go her way and the man is no longer in the picture, she will make her kids pay for it.
To the narcissistic mother wellness check, because the daughter finally told her that she was drawing a boundary with her, and then she sent the police to her house to check on her.
And I had to stop it right there for y'all to realize just how crazy this is. They don't just call the police on the men because they're not there anymore to call in the law for manipulation and control. So they resort to using that same tactic on their own children. They will call the police on their children, pretending to have some fake concern when the girl already told her mama she didn't want nothing to do with her. Then the lady went and called her other toxic friends like Oprah, pretending like she didn't know what was going on. And I say Oprah is toxic too, just like her friend, because as soon as that lady called you with that bizarre story, acting like she didn't know what was going on, like she was clueless, having some dementia moment, you should have said, what do you do?
With the vague conversation that the friend had with Oprah, claiming that she didn't know what was happening, with the use of the word trend by the friend to Oprah, and with the narcissistic mother wellness check, the toxic abusive parent wellness check that they do even after the boundary has been drawn. She has followed too many patterns within that small, short conversation through that little small advertisement. Red flag, red flag, red flag.
To have Oprah do a segment on going no contact, and within that segment, seeing people explain why they go no contact and still having people call it a trend is absolutely insane. Making it seem like going no contact is making it seem like going no contact is only a trend is insensitive. And it's the behavior that caused this many people to go no contact.
Pretty much.
It's not a trend. And seeing so many older people, even before this segment, I've seen a lot of older people complain about how their children went no contact. They don't understand why they went no contact. They can't figure it out. And then also, adults say they went no contact with their children. And when they explain it, they never want to explain how they raised their children. They never want to get down to the bottom of it. Did your children see abuse? Did your children have to deal with abuse? Did your children have any moment in time where there could have been anything that changed the way they seen life? And even if it wasn't your fault, that doesn't make a difference. It would still be your responsibility to figure that out.
You know, my main takeaway from this whole Oprah thing is that we've been swallowing gruel, taking from our parents for so long, and our parents did it for so long that actually stepping away and healing looks like a trend. No contact is not a trend. No contact is a boundary of last resort. I guarantee you, all of those people who have gone no contact with their parents have given them multiple opportunities. My question is, why do you think a person being blood related to you gives them unlimited options to play in your face?
Exactly. That goes for mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, all of them. This generational nonsense where people think they can handle you any kind of way for years and you're supposed to just swallow it because that's your family is toxic. At some point, you have to realize that a title doesn't excuse bad behavior. Blood doesn't give anybody the right to mistreat you, drain you, or manipulate you. It's all about respect, and respect is a two-way street.
What's going on, neighbor?
Hey, what's going on? This is something I honestly can speak from experience about.
I can too.
And I can tell you that.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, condolences on your parents' passing, both of them.
Yes.
I can say, like, first of all, in my case, with my mental health issues and everything, and people are very dismissive of it, I had to go completely no contact, and yet I'm still dealing with some of the issues of it. I had to come to terms with the fact I also had some narcissists in my actual life I've had to go completely no contact with. But unfortunately, there are people who are still associated with them, so that no contact also has to expand to them.
Yeah.
And this is the only safety, because I know that those individuals who are the narcissists are going to go out and try to smear my name and everything, just to maintain control. And so it's the only thing you can do. I mean, you cannot fight them. If you try to fight them, they're just going to think you're crazy and whatnot. So you know what? Yeah, I am crazy, and I'm gone. And I've been okay.
Yeah.
Also realizing, like, there's some people in my family who've already proven to be unreliable, untrustworthy. I said, like, fuck all y'all. I'm out. I don't even want to show up at their funerals. That's how bad it is.
Mm.
It's not that I hate them. I've become indifferent. So when I heard, like, certain individuals, like, got into some shit, I was like, tough shit. Moving on. I'm that indifferent.
And if they can't meet you there, it's okay to create distance. Protecting your peace isn't betrayal. It's survival. And sometimes it's the only way for you to find true peace in your life. You can't constantly surround yourself with stupid, low vibrational, disrespectful, broken, toxic people and think you're going to grow. No, you won't. You can't elevate while you're dragging dead weight. At some point, the environment you stay in is what you become. And if all they bring is chaos, drama, and disrespect, that energy starts molding you without you even
What?
I didn't say anything, but
realizing it.
But I will say this: those who are actual narcissists and narcissistic people, also sociopath or psychopathic people, have no respect for boundaries.
No,
So
they
even
don't.
if you try to block them, and if you try to block them anyway, because you're not a human being to them, you're just a tool they need to control. So if you try to sever ties with them, they're going to try to find other ways to try to reach out to you, either through a mutual friend or whatnot. Which is why you have to have multiple forms of it and complete no contact. So, like this person said about cops who showed up at her place because of some type of welfare check, whatnot, because of the mother. That's a form they do. It's a means of them trying to maintain control over you. But carry on.
Sometimes the most powerful move you can make is stepping away from people who refuse to take accountability and change.
Yeah.
And honestly, some of them can't change. And you really can't expect them to. Think about it. I've been telling you for years now, you can't mold stale bread. This behavior that you obviously have an issue.
Yeah, it took me years. I had to realize that there's some of my family members are not going to change, and you have to leave them by the wayside.
I did the best I could, AP. I did the best I could.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Issue with and you're not condoning, it didn't just start happening yesterday. It's a pattern. It's years of bad behavior they learned from their family. Then they taught that same behavior to their children. Later on, the children taught the same behavior to their children, and it's going to keep on going and going. And you're the one who can see the patterns, the generational cycles. You don't want nothing to do with it. That's why they're going to make it seem like you're the crazy one, because you're the one that can see all their BS they've been cycling and know it's not just in them, it's in other family members too. That's why a lot of adult children are going no contact. They say it's 33%, but I think the number might be higher. Listen, distance isn't spite, it's clarity. And once you finally break free from all that dysfunction, you realize just how heavy it was and how much lighter it feels without it. You're going to start seeing a difference in your life. You're going to start elevating. In a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 later, you're going to look up and see for yourself why you're doing so much better in life now. It's because you couldn't come up and prosper in a junky, bottomless pit.
I'm not going to make suggestions like, oh, just give them grace, or this is your family, you should understand. No, I'm going to tell you them people. And I'm going to tell you not to worry about their healing, because their healing is not your responsibility. You're not their savior, even though they've put you in a position where you've had to be your whole life. What people don't understand about the dynamic of no contact is that nobody really wanted to go no contact. We wanted our parents to be right. We wanted our parents to be solid.
That is true.
We wanted them to put our needs above their own since we came out of their body, but see, that never happened. So they had to get cut off. Plus, I don't think y'all should be surprised that Oprah has a tone-deaf approach on this. Y'all remember, as a billionaire, she was begging the regular public, her and The Rock, for money for Maui.
No.
Just tone deaf. She's always been tone deaf. I'm not an Oprah fan. I've never been an Oprah fan. If you are, I don't want to tussle with you in the comments.
We have Arda Itmore in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's up, my people? Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing well.
No kakalaki. How's it going?
One day at a time, brother.
Doing
What's
good.
your take on this subject?
One of my biggest pet peeves as someone who has been talking
to too, so I'm sure. Go ahead.
I've been talking to younger folks is that a lot of older folks seem to forget how it feels to be younger.
Yes.
And it's kind of like there's because I've been in situations because I've been a manager and I've been talking to younger folks, and I've seen grown men cry about not having a father, and younger women act out because they didn't they have the right mother or the right father figure or the right kind of parents. It's just like you have to take the time to understand who your kids are and what the points they are in their life. Like, we all go through puberty, we all go through awkward stages and stuff like that, and we have to navigate those. And you have to give your kids knowledge, understanding, grace, but yet at the same time boundaries, so that way they can grow within those years. And I think a lot of older folks just forget. It's just like, do what I say, not what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the right way on doing things.
Unfortunately, it's deeper. It's deeper than that. I think some of them forgot that they were doing the exact same shit they're yelling at the kids for doing. They either forgot or don't want us to know that they were doing the same shit. Just don't want us to know.
How many of these people have self-awareness is the question.
A lot of people don't have self-awareness. That's the issue.
Exactly.
No,
Yes.
I'm just saying that as far as in general, as far as everybody. A lot of people don't have self-awareness. Like I had to realize about that with my own family when I had a big argument with my cousins and my brother. It's just like you guys are not self-aware about anything political, whatever, but you just have your opinions about shit. And that's it. And that's the same way about a lot of parents. It's just like they feel like they understand everything, but they really don't.
Yeah.
And this is why, and I'm pretty much know that I'm an empath, and a lot of people come to me to advice and stuff like that, and a lot of younger people come to me because I give them, that grace to speak their mind and kind of navigate them towards the things that they need to do. But a lot of their parents don't do that, and so they look at me like I've already got like 4 pseudo children. I don't have kids myself, quote unquote, that I don't know of. But as far as like us kid people that consider me a father figure, I've got several because I took the time to make sure that I understand where they're coming from, and I make sure I guide them towards the path that they need to go towards.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they respect me for that because like they look at me more of a father figure or a brother than their own family.
Yeah,
that's great, actually.
My little cousins, they had to stay with me for a little bit because and I just looked after them. Make sure they was on the right path. But yeah, this no contact. I'm with the ladies in the video. It's not a trend. It's a healing process.
To me,
It means a survival. Because you have to understand that you're dealing with individuals who, first and foremost, who will not change.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they also, whether they're conscious of it or not, self-aware or not, they're going to act like there's nothing wrong, or they might actually think that we're great because they're great. The reason they're with it, they're down with the status quo is because it's beneficial to them, whether or not it's to your detriment. And there's some people who are just very clingy, parasitic in that nature. So you have to cut them off. Get rid of them like a tick.
Yeah.
You have to look out for your own peace. If the people that are around you, doesn't matter if they're family or friends or whatever, if they are chaotic to your peace, you got to let them go.
Yes. And I'll be up front. People ask how come I haven't found the woman of my life yet, yada yada yada. I'll just be up front. If my aunts hear this, at this point I don't give a shit. One of the reasons I'm not in a hurry to find a date is because, quite frankly, I don't want to hear my aunt's mouth. Either one of them. They're too toxic. They're too damn toxic. I don't want that woman around my aunts. They are too damn toxic. I already watched them ruin one of my cousin's marriages. They're not touching my relationship. If I get in a relationship, if I choose to get a relationship, they're not touching it.
I made the decision. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just at this point in my life that I just don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care about getting married. I don't care about having children. I don't care about having a legacy. I just care about having my peace. That's it. I'm just being honest.
Which is right. Which is the right thing to do, right there on your part. What you do was to achieve me. I remember there was a conversation. It was Tome Zulu. Because we keep in touch or whatnot, and then we had a discussion on a whatchamacallit, on a meme he posted. He shared to me, is like, you have an argument with your mom and your mom tries to win the argument saying, but I carried you for 9 months. Your answer to that is, and I can decide, and I determine whether or not you become a grandmother. Not you. I do. It was your obligation to carry me for 9 months. You could have aborted me, but you chose not to. You chose to keep me. I don't know whether it was because you genuinely wanted to become a mother or if it was other nefarious reasons, but it was your obligation to bring me to this world, just like I'm pretty sure you could have taken me out of this world and to have raised me and taught me and everything. But at the end of the day, I'm an adult and I can decide whether or not to have a relationship with you. I can decide whether or not to have whether or not you become a grandmother, or whether or not you have a relationship with those children.
It's their choice. You just have to make a decision about it, because at the end of the day, your parents can either understand you or they can resent you.
Yes.
Because because you are who you are. Your parents just have the baseline of how you're raised. After a certain point, you have to decide who you're going to be.
Yeah.
And either people are going to accept you, and that's considered family or friends or co-workers or whoever else in this world is going to accept you for who you are or not.
Yeah.
And you have to have that courage to be who you are. Because a lot of people put on this mask so that way they can be accepted. But once you let go of that mask and be who you are, you finally understand who are the people that's going to accept you or not.
Yeah, especially after 40, I got to the place, either you like me or you don't.
Yeah.
By the way, I got 20 watching this episode of Colosseum Daily. It's once again been brought to you by Gynocracy. The black woman is gold soup. Flavored, condensed lies and bullshit. Now with 1,000% extra sodium. Like, share, subscribe, hit that Cash App, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show. What's going on, Louis?
Yo, what up? What up?
Jersey's in the house.
What's up, Jersey boy?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Art? What you been up to, bro?
Work, and more work. That's all I do.
How you doing with the bread? How'd the bread be, man? Yeah.
What was that?
I was asking, old doughboy here, what's the deal with the brioche buns?
They're still flowing, but I'm not part of that industry anymore.
Oh, okay. Louis, what's the deal with the eggs right now in Jersey? How the eggs prices right now?
Regular price for inflation and in this trade zone.
What is it?
Depending on the brand that you buy, a dozen of large eggs can run anything from $3.99 to $8.99 a dozen. It depends on the brand, because remember, we got white, we got grade A, grade double A, we got brown, we got cage free, free range, specialized diet, all that happy horse shit. So we got eggs for everybody.
$2, that's not too bad for a dozen eggs.
Shit, my shit's cheaper than yours.
Compared to what it's been over the last 2 years.
Shit, my shit's cheaper than yours, Louis.
Well,
especially
you're
due
down
to
south, right?
COVID. Yeah.
I'm in the New York metro trade area, so
yeah. Oh yeah, so your stuff's gonna
the
be
tri-state area. The tri-state area.
I wanted to add a little thing to the discussion. I was listening while I was cleaning up the store.
Okay.
This is where SYSBM still apply. It doesn't apply only to relationships. It should apply to your whole life.
Yes.
And unfortunately, all white supremacy, step up to the stage, take a bow. Like in the wise words of Sergeant Willie Pete, America has the Negroes that it deserves. I mean, we're a product of a fucked up past, and unfortunately to a lot of us, they were not able to get rid of that firmware. And you cannot help others if you yourself is not healthy physically, mentally, and spiritually.
That is true.
That is so
So
true.
that's why I always say, when I'm on a panel and it's at the end when the people say, have your closing thoughts, be good to others, but first and foremost, be good to yourself first.
Oh yes.
Always
So
be good to yourself first. That's no one's gonna care for you more than yourself.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Self-preservation. But yeah.
That should be. Oh wow! I mean, this whole
Because
thing about no context is. Go ahead.
but yeah, they talking about it was a trend. No, this is karma coming. This is chickens coming home to roost.
It's not a trend. It's just that people are now just taking notice of it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, when it came to my sister, I haven't talked to her in like probably about 15 years. And that's because of how she did her children. And it pisses me off because her children had a lot of potential, and because of the decision she made, it's kind of like they went downhill. And what pisses me off is that the family makes excuses for her because she's a woman. And I know it's because she's a woman that they make excuses like, oh, she did the best she could. No, the fuck she didn't. She fucked around and got with a dude that was a fucking bum sitting on his mother's porch, married the dude, and went down to Atlanta, Georgia with him and funded his fucking business. He won't shit. She didn't want to do some shit. She's married to a guy who still ain't shit.
Yeah, you know what? I've come to this conclusion, Art. After all these, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of these chicks get with the low level dudes because that's the dudes they can control.
That's the only reason why they have to get with them, because they want some type of control. My sister wants some type of control. My dad was telling me a couple years before she married the guy she's with now is that she used to go outside and wait for the dude to make sure that he was where he was at. I'm like, if you're doing all that, you shouldn't be with that guy.
Yeah.
Why are you driving yourself crazy? It's because there's something about that dude that she likes, and
it's that drama.
She wants to have control over it, and she has a dude that she has control over. I'll never forget the time a couple years ago when he got into a car accident. He was afraid to call my sister because he got into a car accident. I'm like, how much of a bitch-made man are you to be afraid to call your wife and say, hey, I got into a car accident? Because he knew she will be mad that he wrecked the car.
Oh boy.
It was her car, wasn't it?
Everything's hers. She's the breadwinner. Everything's hers.
Okay.
But the simple fact of the matter that you are a fucking bitch made man, that you are afraid to call your fucking wife to say that you got into a car accident, and her first reaction is not to say, are you okay? Her first reaction is that you are afraid of is what's going on with my car? Is my car okay? How much damage is to my car? You are a fucking bitch. And I will never respect your ass for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
No, don't be sorry. It is what it is. You gotta tell like it is, man.
It is what it is.
I'm just saying, like, if my first reaction is to worry about what she's going to think about the car instead of me, I don't need to be with her.
Right, exactly.
I don't. You don't. No, nah, bro. The man.
Nah.
Especially after 40, man. I'm starting to look at some of these lame sideways talking about they want Pookie's woman. I was like, nah, let Pookie have them heifers. I ain't putting up with that shit. They, as BGS said, they never get that taste out of their mouth. They never get that taste for a low-level behavior out of their mouth. So I don't even want to put up with them.
Because they like the low-level behavior. That's the only thing. A lot of these women love that low-level behavior because that's what they're used to. That's what they know. That's what they like.
That's what they were socialized in. That's their comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that's who they are. This is who they are. This is why I said I know it's many months ago, but in my last video that I said that when it comes to social media, women are exposing who they are, and this is who they are. You just have to learn to, if you want to be with them, this is what you got to accept. If you don't, go somewhere else.
Yeah, I got to show this video on Saturday. This is what I'm talking about. I don't need men. I'm going to start my own car battery charging service. Now listen very carefully. Red on black, black on red. Do I need to say anything else?
No.
Any woman that said that was dumb as shit. I'm just saying.
I was like, okay, so what you're basically telling me is you've never tried to charge a battery and you've never seen that spark. I've seen that. It happens to everybody. Everybody's seen that spark. For those of you who don't know, if you put red on black, you're gonna if you put it on there the wrong way, you can set your car on fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck with your electronics too.
If you once you see that spark, you'll never put that thing on. Now, if there are any ladies listen to me very carefully. I'm going to say this one time. If you're charging your battery, you put red on red and black on black. Plain and simple.
Let him
common sense is not common. Obviously.
Let him experiment, AB. Come on, man.
Here's what Charles said. Let fuck him.
It's science experiment.
Let him learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Women want experiences, right? Let them have an experience.
They're gonna get an experience, all right. They're gonna get.
She wanted to have it her way, and her way cost her dearly.
Yeah. By the way, about a month ago, Art, I can't believe I'm saying this. I had a chick try to accuse me of being on child support.
What?
Okay.
I'm like, huh? I was like, wait, hold on, wait, huh?
What was her reasoning for the accuse you of being on child support?
Because I clapped back at her.
Oh, I guess because she figures that you're bitter because you're on child. I guess that's the only reason why I could think of. Hey, I got women that accuse me my dick don't work, so I don't have kids. So it is what it is.
Oh well. Hey, shout out to the white boys though, because they got a clap because this chick said if your penis is a certain size, you don't need to be talking to me. This white dude clapped back and said, if your coochie is the size of a football field, I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That is true. If your coochie the size of a football field, you don't need to be talking.
If your mouse is as large as a Pinto, I don't need to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. Been a heck of a year. It's probably going to get worse. You see these GPU prices and shit, man. These RAM prices are going out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people, you just needed to jump on when they're low as possible. That's it. That's what I had to do when I built my PC just now. Well, not just now, but a couple years ago. I'm like,
yeah, but I got a new laptop. I'm on 40 gigs of RAM, so everything's running pretty smoothly that I need to run smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, build what you can, and just hopefully that you get a good month where GPU prices or CPU or RAM prices are low. That's it. That's all you can do. That's really all you can do.
Yeah, because these RAM, it's getting because they're getting hit by these AI companies because it takes so much power. These AI models take so much power to run, and they're still getting killed by DeepSeek. Ironically, from China, but that's a whole nother stream for another day.
Right.
Speaking of which, on Saturday I got to talk about. I kid you not, got to talk about how a raccoon broke into a liquor store and got drunk.
I saw that. I
was like, wait a minute. When I first heard it, I was like, no, that can't be true. Then they showed the video, like, holy shit.
Oh, so that was true. I thought that was AI.
No, that actually happened.
I believe it because rodents do, or animals like that, they like drinking like antifreeze or anything like stuff like that because it's sweet to them. So I can believe it.
But they found he had wrecked the store, drinking the bottles. I think he kept getting into scotch and shit. And they found the raccoon laid out in the.
Was it Jack Daniel or is it Johnny Walker that he liked?
I don't know, but it was Scotch. They said it was scotchy, something else.
Okay.
But they found a raccoon laid out in the bathroom, and evidently they called the humane shelter, and they got him, and nursed him back to health, I guess.
Imagine you have a bunch of animals in Alcoholics Anonymous.
I'm sure Peter complained about it, but
Oh man. Mr. Raccoon, you have to first admit in order for this 12 steps program to work, you have to first admit you were wrong, that you have a problem. Hi, my name is such and such.
Now that you say that name, there are already AIs doing that kind of shit. But Mr. Raccoon, what were you thinking?
Nah, the funniest ones are the Sasquatch. I love the Sasquatch.
The funny ones I've seen is like people leave. It's like this AI clips. It was like somebody's doorbell watching squirrels eating spicy noodles, and then we flip, and when they bite, and they just flip the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Sasquatch and the Pixar Disney ones. Those are funny to me.
Those are wild. I've seen the ones with wrestling that got too ridiculous. I was like, oh, this is gonna stop. AI is playing too much.
Like,
well, fellas, I'll just to give you a preview of what we're going to be looking at on Saturday. It's official. The manosphere has taken over AI.
Listen, I don't take orders from no man. I don't follow nobody. I'm the one in control. I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't adjust. I don't compromise. He got to deal with me as I am. And if a man can't handle that, then he's just not strong enough for me. Period. I am the prize. He's supposed to prove himself to me. Listen, I don't take orders.
Alexa, play Walking Away by Craig David.
Say right now, I love that song. You want to be with me, you got to be the provider, the protector, keep my hair done, nails done, feet done. You got to keep my bills paid. And don't ask about my body count. That's the past. God know my heart. I ain't cook.
I would have left when she said half of that shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
And I ain't none of that. Me and my 5 kids is a package deal.
Nah, hell no.
I said, me and my 5 kids, we a package deal. You hear me? Say right now, I ain't being submissive. You want?
Yo, there's
You gotta be the provider.
Hang on a second.
I am not being submissive. You want to be with me, you got to be the provider, the protector, keep my hair done, nails done, feet done. You got to keep my bills paid. And don't ask about my body count. That's the past. God know my heart. I ain't cooking. I ain't cleaning. None of that. That's your job. Me and my 5 kids is a package deal.
Nah, hell no.
I said me and my 5 kids, we a package deal. You hear me?
Hell no.
I wanted to mention this. There's a Facebook channel I check out. There's a Facebook page. It's called Home Busters. And they're talking, Home Busters, they're called. And they have AI clips about about simping and trying to get away from the gynocracy and whatnot. Some of their best clips is like guys who just got out of child support and everything and able to live their lives.
See, that shit pisses me off because when I had that conversation with my mom a while when I was younger, she said that she knew she had to give my dad 2 kids because he didn't have any kids. Mm-hmm. And she had to act a certain way because, for her to get my father, she had to present herself a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that now.
Right.
You have women now that want to sit there and say, I'm going to be who I am, whatever, and you just need to accept me for
who I am.
Just accept
take me as I am. No, I will not take you as you are because you're just showing me what kind of a fucked up individual you are.
But
I don't want that bullshit in my life.
But the baseline, the foundation of who they are is trash. At least
trash.
At least my mother had the wherewithal to know that, I can't cook that well, but my great aunt could. So she like, so that was the thing that we figured out in my family, is that my mom was not like the great cook that she proclaimed herself to be. My great aunt used to cook the meals, and my mom used to play it off like she did it. But she knew the game. These women are now saying like, "I fuck the game. This is what you're gonna get, motherfucker. Accept me." And the guy's saying like, "Nah, you can't even fake this shit."
Hey, you want to hear something funny? By baby boomer standards, my mama couldn't cook, but she could cook a little. But she couldn't cook a whole bunch of big stuff. But based on what I've seen from these heifers now, I have to defend my mama. She could cook compared to these heifers. Half these heifers couldn't even boil water.
My dad was always the better cook out of the two.
Yeah.
My mom still tried to cook.
Yeah, my mother tried.
That's fine. And she had her certain meals that I enjoyed, like her damn turkey gravy for Thanksgiving was fucking immaculate. I wish I would have gotten that recipe from her before she died. But the thing about it is that, like I told my dad a couple years ago, he said, my dad was asking me, he's like, "Hey, do you want to have kids? Do you want to be married?" Or something like that. And I told him, it's like, I'm not going to marry a woman that I can cook better than. And him and my other uncle was looking at each other, like, "Yeah, you kind of right." I mean, they both looked at each other like, "Yeah, you got a point right there, bro. Why you gonna date a woman that you can cook better than?"
You got a point there. You got a point right there.
Slim Pickens and for you hood rats that might be listening, I'm sorry, ramen noodles don't count.
Bro, no. I'll be honest with you, AB. When I went to my family reunion this year, this is the first reunion I was ever disappointed. This is the first family reunion I was at. I talk about, you had strawberry cake that was burnt at the bottom.
What?
The damn barbecue was unseasoned. I was so pissed. Oh man, bruh, it was nothing like it was back in the day. It was nothing. The family reunion was nothing like it was back in the day. And you could tell there was a change in guard. The older women that's like 70 and 80 ain't cooking like this, like they are, and they're leaving it to these.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer in saying, "Baby, you can't cook. You can't cook next year, baby. No, baby. You can't go sit down, baby. You can't cook next year, baby. No."
The fucking Gen X and the millennials in my age are now cooking the shit, and I'm just looking at it, it was like, "Yo, bruh, this is trash. Stop."
And it's not that hard. All you gotta do is look on YouTube. It shows you how to cook shit.
But the thing is, these women had recipes passed down to them for generations,
and they still fuck it up, huh?
And the newer women, they didn't learn how to cook, and they want to act like they know how to cook now, and it's trash. They don't know how to do it. And I keep telling people, because I like to cook. It just takes really 30 to 45 minutes to make a meal. It really only takes that long. That is an episode of The Boys. That's it. That's the episode of The Boys. And you can make a fantastic meal. I've done it before. I have continuously done it before. But the simple fact that they can't do that pisses me the fuck off. It really does.
Jamie Oliver's meals in under 30 minutes or less.
You do not have to have a big extravagant meal to have something that tastes good. You can
have anything simple. Simple things are good.
Neighbor, hold on. My Thanksgiving meal, kid you not, rotisserie chicken, macaroni and cheese, some fried corn, and the longest thing I had to cook was the greens. Them took a little bit longer, but it is what it is. Gotta give time to cook. What's going on, Craig?
Hey.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you been, man? Been a while. Been a minute.
Tired, yeah. Been busy, but yeah, doing all right.
Hey, as long as you've been productive, good.
Yes. What is your take on the RAM prices?
I wish it would have happened Tuesday. A lot of people were pissed off, like pissed. So they stopped building their PCs. It was like, okay, they can't afford the RAM, so they took their PC parts back on. Today, yeah, Thursday. They took them back today, and a lot of them went out and got PlayStation 5 Pros. So,
okay,
it's about to receive a massive update for PSSR. So, which is going to be connected to Redstone that AMD is doing. So, there's a lot of people that's decided, but they were upset. I mean, Micron, they told people they said kick rocks. They're going to do data centers now. They got a huge contract, I think, with Google. So, yeah, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the topic? You know, people going no contact with their family members.
Well, over what?
Trauma and all, the usual stuff.
Oh, well, part of the counseling they will tell you is to you have to cut off the part of your life that caused the trauma. That's that is a way of taking accountability. It's just one of the steps. So I can't say that's normal, but generally a therapist will say at some point it's okay for you to step away from the trauma. I know people that have missed, there was a basketball player here in Kentucky who missed a game-winning shot and he could never get over it, and he stopped playing basketball. That because it was so traumatizing. That's all he could remember. So he stopped. He didn't coach. He didn't do nothing. He didn't go to the basketball parks. He just stopped and went into law. So that's it. He still has a picture of himself on his senior day with his family on his desk, but that's as close as he gets to basketball now. He don't even really watch it, he said. So, but yeah, it happens. It's you just got to get away from it. Time and distance.
Well, I'm covering it because Oprah Winfrey did a segment on kids going no contact, and everybody's mad about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's
contact with their parents and stuff like that.
Well, if it's part of a therapy regimen, it's you do have to you do have to go ahead and follow your therapy, But yeah, I just yeah. I mean, I'm just beyond what Oprah's talking about. So I mean, she made her 350. So so I see she's trying to do some more down to earth stuff now. Have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Greg, have you ever done any no contact with anybody?
No contact?
You don't have
no.
to. Yeah.
No,
No.
that's what I know it's part of a therapy regimen, but
Oh, okay.
I have not. I mean, I've heard of it. I'm in the medical field, but that's like that does have to do with trauma, and then you have to get to a point where you recognize that's where the trauma is coming from. If you have a chance to cut it off, then you just cut it off cold turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So
been there, done that. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, my understanding that's all it is. I mean, again, some people went cold turkey or stop speaking to their family after the election. I mean, there were people who to this day don't talk to their families anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's just, to me, it's nuts, but it's actually happened. A lot of families, and, friendships, yeah, but there's a lot of families who don't speak to each other anymore.
Yeah, I would have to cut more than half my family off based on who I voted for.
Oh yeah, it's like it's a drastic situation. A bad situation has happened, and so they're taking just as drastic a step. So that's in essence what you're doing. So and some therapists will recommend it.
Yeah, how do you fuck up unseasoned? How you not season your barbecue? Come on, man.
I don't know, but they did. I don't know.
That's different. So
How do you burn strawberry cake? That's all I'm gonna say. It was dry.
Carelessness.
It was burnt. I didn't even finish it. I'm sorry. Strawberry cake is one of my favorite cakes, and you burn it, and it's dry. No,
there's nothing worse than dry cake. Good Lord, no. Dry cake is the worst.
Yeah,
I've been a cake member, but there's nothing worse than dry cake.
I don't disagree. Or cake that's not done, but yeah, that's a dry cake is that's an NI, that's a negative impact right there.
Yeah, the older cousin used to do that shit. The cake be dry as hell. Frosting be good, but that cake be dry as hell. Like, dude, I'll never ask her to make a cake for me. Good Lord.
Yeah. You get only one or two chances. You can mess one up once, but feel bad for the people that's happened to.
But yeah, like I said, my Thanksgiving was simple: rotisserie chicken, some fried corn, macaroni and cheese, a little dressing, and some collard greens.
That sounds good. That's pretty
And
straightforward.
some sweet potato pie and butter pecan ice cream for dessert.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Yeah, a lot of people did chicken. I know did chicken for Thanksgiving. They just, I don't know if turkey was that much more expensive, but yeah, they did. They did a lot of chicken. So
yeah, I just got a new tool. I'm gonna make some chili with it the next few days.
Next couple days.
Shout out to Lou. I just got a crock pot, so I'm gonna make some chili with it the next few days.
That's sounding good. Oh, all right. I'm streaming the Kick now. My bad. That's why I'm over here clicking. But
I haven't tried Kick yet. I guess I need to try it sooner or later.
Yeah.
Does it connect to StreamYard?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can run 4. I can actually run 5 because I pay for their upper level thing. So that's why when I'm streaming with it now, it looks the way it does. You can use AI to generate backgrounds and things like that with it. So there's a lot. They've added a whole lot. It seems I haven't used it in like a year. I've been using Streamlabs, but yeah, I've not used Streamlabs in a while. People have emailed me, "Are you going to go back to using Streamlabs?" Like, no, I'm going to use StreamYard for a little bit, just because I'm paying for it. So let me see what they got. And you have a lot of stuff on there. I was like, one day I think you were there and I was pressing buttons. Like, how in the world are you bring this back up here? I know there's a way to do it. So yeah.
Yeah, for my graphics now, I use Affinity by Canva.
Oh, okay.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
The first two. I've actually had the first 2 versions of Affinity, and they used to be paid for software. It used to cost around. Well, I always got mine on sale. The first version I got for like about $75. The next versions I got for let's see, about $120. So about like $40 each for each program. There's like 3 programs. Photos represents Photoshop. Designer represents Illustrator, and publisher represents InDesign. That's the desktop publishing type stuff.
Yeah, but sounds like you got a good deal.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they got bought out by Canva last year.
Okay.
So this year, Canva released the 3rd version of the software. Here's the kicker: the 3rd version is one piece of software. It combines all the tools into one, and it's free.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you, this is professional grade software. It's the same stuff I was used to with Adobe years ago. I used to pay Adobe hundreds of dollars to use this kind of software, and they offer it for free. Now there is one catch: AI features you got to pay for it, but that's only $15 a month.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I am never paying that shit. I ain't never paying a subscription. Fuck that. Sorry, that's just me. If
you can download the program for free. You just won't get the AI features.
Yeah.
But if you can work with vector graphics and normal raster graphics, you should be fine.
Yeah, I went to school for computer graphics, and I'm looking at all this shit. It's like, nah, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm not paying for I'm not paying for video editing shit because there's so much.
Oh yeah, you got I gotta sit down and learn what's the name DaVinci Resolve because I want to do some animation.
If you want to do animation, you have a lot of options besides paying for shit.
Yes,
you have a lot of options like Toon Boom, not Toon Boom. What's the one I got?
Blender.
No, it's hold on.
OpenTunes.
Yeah, OpenTunes.
Yes.
If you had the wherewithal to navigate and look at tutorials for that, you can animate. Or there's the other one, Krita.
Krita.
You can animate in Krita, and that's free. You don't need to buy all these. The thing about it is that if you're willing to put the effort into learning the free stuff, you don't need to buy anything ever.
Yeah, actually, CapCut's pretty decent too.
Like there's so much free shit that you can buy. There's so much free shit you can utilize.
Even at the free tier, CapCut's pretty decent. It has a pretty decent animator.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I would never use anything that I have to pay for unless I'm trying to license shit. Other than that, nah. You don't.
I'm not paying Adobe rent every month. Fuck that shit. They want that. Now I hear it's up to $100 a month.
Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, they want $100 a month for their quote unquote new AI features and all that crap.
What pissed me off was damn Clip Studio Paint did this subscription shit, and that's pissed me off.
Can't you still buy a single license though?
Nah, it's straight license now.
I got a version of it, but I haven't used it in a while because I'm so used to it.
The only way that you can have a straight license if you bought it before they went to the subscription service. The straight license that I got would never be updated. So it's susceptible to viruses and all this other bullshit.
Okay. I prefer Affinity for drawing anyway, so and I can always take it if I need to vectorize something, I can always take it to another animation program. If I need to animate something.
For vector stuff, I use Inkscape.
Yeah, Inkscape. Okay, it's getting better.
It has, and there's a lot of people who use tutorials for it. There's this one guy that listen to when that comes to his tutorials about using the Inkscape. He's pretty good about it. Learning from.
I recommend Affinity over Inkscape though because Affinity by Canva because it's a superior vector tool. Yeah, because it got most of the features, even including the live trace.
MGTOW universe says everyone should try it, but hey.
But like, I'll give you an example. Then we're going to get out of here after this. I made this with Affinity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And, believe it or not, the can is real. I just vectorized it and deleted the Campbell soup and added my own stuff.
Right.
Well, isn't there a Y missing? Shouldn't there be a Y after the G?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just making sure I'm looking at it right.
Yeah, I'll fix it later.
Oh yeah, it's no big deal.
Hey, it's for fun. That's all. Gynocracy soup.
There it is. Passport OG in the house. I see.
The Passport OG in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made a lot of stuff. I made this with Affinity Camp by Canva.
Oh, her. Really? Wow.
No, hers. That's Portia Williams, Tia Mallory, and Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah, the three single ladies of the gynocracy right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, their whole point is that they don't want to get married, and there's nothing. They're saying there's nothing wrong if you don't want to get married, and you can still look great and feel great. Blah blah blah. I think they're trying to.
You know, Tia Mallory's depressed as hell.
I'm sure she may be. Yeah, she may be. That breakup did not go the way she thought it was going to go. I know that. So.
It didn't.
No, because she keeps posting thirst trap memes and me is pretending that she has a boyfriend or whatever. And
yeah, I made this little animation out of that thing too.
Tracy Ellis Ross, she's she tries too hard. I'll just say that.
She's that kind of chick. You just look at her, she is the kind of chick just get on your nerves.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my god.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing that people can do that.
That's not that video's not mine, but the text is.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like it.
What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right! Winter is coming and we don't have a man! Oh my god.
Pizza Saint Kevin.
I still think he rest in peace to him. I still think he had political connections because he was right about way too much.
Maybe, but hey,
I got this one just for BGS's haters. You're wrong, Daddy. You're wrong, Daddy. You're wrong, Daddy. You're wrong, Daddy.
You know, he had haters. Shout out to BGS.
Yeah, I said that one for his stepchildren.
BGS will always have haters as long as he's doing YouTube.
I call some of them his wannabe stepchildren.
Oh man,
wannabe is right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do a lot of crazy stuff with AI. Here's another one I did with AI with Kamala Harris. Even Kamala told you it's the butt hurt blues. No matter who, it's the butt hurt blues. No matter who, it's the butt hurt blues. No matter who, it's the butt hurt blue. It's the butt hurt. Enough of that.
Oh, speaking of that, is the Code Breaker still doing videos or no?
No, they disappeared.
Yeah, I've not seen them in a while because I actually watched.
And I've looked them up. I looked them up. I haven't seen anything. They disappeared on me.
Yeah, nah, you're right. No, they're not doing the video because they generally would do them like Wednesdays. That's when I would usually see them. But yeah, I wonder what happened to them. So maybe they finally broke the code. I don't know.
Maybe they got hacked. I don't know.
It could have been that too. Yeah. Yeah, maybe somebody hacked them. So no, that was a good question. No, I'm not. Wow. I mean, come to think of it,
I haven't seen them on at all.
Yeah, it's been
and
months.
I've checked it, but yeah.
So I mean, I'll check Rumble.
Irony is BGS asked me the same thing. I was like, I haven't seen them.
I think they got embarrassed, especially what you call when he was attacking BGS that day, and then everything played out with the election, and he had to admit that he was wrong, and so I think with that, I think he just like disappeared, which is sad because it's like if you're wrong, you're wrong, and you have to admit that you're wrong, and then just learn from it and just move forward.
I
don't know how they got that wrong with all the polls going into the election had Trump winning by 2.5 points or by 2 points, and he won by like 2.2. So yeah,
because they're so far deep into the ideology that they can't go past that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, fair enough.
I'm on record saying this is probably also the reason I haven't been to church in over a year.
I mean, that's what people are. People don't look at stuff objectively. They look at their stuff through bias.
Yeah, I haven't been to church over here because, quite frankly, I don't think Kamala Harris was qualified or fit to be president.
She was not a good candidate, and the way that they presented her out there like that, of course Trump was going to win.
Yeah, it didn't matter who. It's in her book, but it's also, like I said, Joe Biden's people did not want to pick Kamala Harris at all. They wanted to choose Gretchen Whitmer, but they were pressured by the far left to choose somebody from the far left. So they were like, she checks off all these boxes. Let's just give it to her. But yeah, they knew Biden's White House knew that Harris wouldn't win. That's why he stayed in so long. That's why he said, because they knew she couldn't win. So
I remember an article that stated that even during the first year of her being a vice president, they kind of cushioned her. They kind of like put her into the background because they was like, yo, she's not ready. She was not ready. She was not ready to be a vice president. She was just filler. And when they saw what she was doing, she was like, nah.
Her boyfriend told her that. Willie Brown said when she called him and asked him for advice, he said, no, turn that down and be the attorney general. You would be a really good attorney general for the United States, but she wants to be president. It's all there is to it. She wanted to be president. So
some odd reason, Hillary wanted to be president. Well, I don't know why.
Yeah, Hillary started a domino effect, but it is Obama's fault because he should have never given Hillary a choice. He should have just said, I'm sticking you on the Supreme Court. And then when you get on the Supreme Court, I'm a codify Roe. So you could be standing next to me, and so could Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All y'all could be standing next to me while I do it. But she wanted to be president. She was greedy. They were going to give her UAP, UFO disclosure, but then she lost. This is the best way to put it. She lost. So and she went home. As that one guy
overplayed your hand, man. Overplayed your hand.
Yeah. She because she still feels like in 06, 07 when she was running that she was pushed to get out of Barack's way. And so she felt like that she was owed. I mean, it makes sense. And so Barack gave her a choice, and he should have never given her a choice. Let's imagine you would have had a totally different Supreme Court if she was on there. And so you wouldn't have gotten Sotomayor, you may have gotten the Kagan, but you would have had her on there. And you would have a fundamentally different kind of looking Supreme Court. But she messed it up for everybody. So, but that's where it started. The downfall of the Democratic Party started the night Obama won, and he told Hillary, or he said to Hillary, he gave her a choice. He shouldn't have done what Lestat does from Interview with the Vampire, because he gave you a choice. He should never have done that. She was an ambitious woman. He should have said, you're going to be on the Supreme Court. I'm a codify Roe. I want you there. That's all he had to say to her, but he didn't.
Well, enough time had passed. She fucked up so bad in Benghazi. The deep state don't want her in there either.
Well, that's been reported incorrectly. That's literally been reported incorrectly. That I jumped on panels a few years ago and said that. They asked them, did they want evacuation? And they said, no, we'll use local assets. But the local assets were Al-Qaeda. That's what happened. They chose, and so when they were in trouble in another place, they just shut down the embassy. And I think even Lindsey Graham was like, yeah, this is them learning from that. You just get your people out. You don't give them a choice. They were defending Benghazi. They just ran out of ammunition. Those SEALs were doing a hell of a job. But ultimately, it's been painted that there was an argument. There never was. They were asked by them, and the Benghazi people said, no, we'll just use the local people. That's what happened. Then they had no idea the local people were Al-Qaeda.
Oh boy.
They had no idea, So, I mean, they died. They got killed for it. So, they died for it. So, and ultimately, that's what happened during Benghazi. So, to me, it's like people can look it up. Like, you can actually file FOIA acts and get that information. But people want to paint a narrative. So, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
So, I saw that new Avatar movie, Fire and Ash. That's pretty good.
Really?
It was good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. So,
okay.
So yeah, people, it cost a pretty penny. So, but it was worth it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, ain't nothing on my radar for movies, at least.
Nah, I just bought that Superman movie for $12 Black Friday.
What was your thoughts on it?
I thought it was okay. Yeah, it's you could tell James Gunn's in charge. That's just the best way to put it.
I agree with Charles. It is not Man of Steel.
That's not. No, nor should it be.
It wasn't. But it seemed like it was like Superman. It didn't feel like a Superman movie. What it felt like was a Superman and Lois movie.
Yeah, it felt like a TV show. It did feel like a TV show.
It felt like
the TV show was better.
Superman was an afterthought. It was everybody else. Mr. Terrific stole the show.
I don't disagree.
True.
I don't disagree. That him and that dog, I thought stole the show. But it was cool, that in cut scene they had with Supergirl. I didn't know that surprised me. I didn't know they were going to I didn't know they had cast her. I'm like, oh, they did cast Supergirl. So
I didn't particularly care for seeing Kara drunk, but okay.
Yeah, it was different. Yeah, I laughed when he said she likes to go out to planets where there's red suns. Oh, yeah, that sounds like something Kara would do. So, but she's the opposite of Kal-El. Like, Kal-El represents the future of Krypton, and she's much more xenophobic. She represents Krypton's past, but it doesn't look like, based on what I saw, I'm like, well, I'll be surprised if they do that version of her.
She feels more like a college chick. For what
that could be where he wrote her from too.
And one thing I did not like about the movie is how they changed the parents to be like, you need to colonize these people and have babies, this, that, and third.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
No, yeah, that I do agree with. That is new. That's never been. That's a new thing. That's all I can say.
Yeah, so when they changed that, I was like, "Yo, really?"
Yeah.
I was like, eh. Because for my recollection, his parents were never like that, unless it was like
they weren't. Not in the comics. That's a new canon.
Like alt world shit. Unless it was never like that. His parents was never like that.
No, not at all. Zod was, but his parents were never like that.
Yeah, it was Zod. Zod's character was, at least in Man of Steel, he was chalk. That was classic Zod. So
speaking of which, rest in peace to the original. He passed away this year.
Yeah, he did. And so did the guy that played in the Mortal Kombat movie, played Shang Tsung. He passed away today.
Terry could no.
Yeah, he passed away today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, he was up in there in age.
He was up there in
age. He was 75, yeah. He lived a great life. I mean, he got success when he was older, but I liked him in the roles I saw him in. He turned down that role in Godzilla. So to be the lead doctor, he turned that down. Give it to Wannabe. Yeah. Wannabe, I'm sorry. So, yeah.
Yeah, Clear Dikawa.
Yeah, he passed. Yeah. Sucks.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah.
What do you think about they started production with Godzilla 0.0?
Yeah. Yeah. Who's doing that? Is that a sequel to -1?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be interested in that because I actually did really enjoy -1. My girlfriend drugged me to the theater to see that. I'm like, what is this even about? But it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, we'll see how that works. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the Minus movie. So I think it won an Oscar for special effects. It was actually pretty good, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Damn, he did die today. Shit.
I told you.
Cary Dikawa, he played Shang Tsung in the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
Wait, Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa just kicked the bucket?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, technically,
God
it was
damn.
Yeah, I know. He's 75. He lives a good life.
Now I'm gonna have to go, and you know what I'm gonna have to do. You know what I'm gonna have to do now. Now, right, Craig? Now I'm gonna have to go play Aftermath.
Oh yeah. Well, I liked it because he kept saying your soul is mine. I like that was like
Yeah, he has the best. I'm still trying to unlock that winning intro, man, because that's the best winning intro. You don't even need a fatality just to see him say your soul is mine is enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say something about it tomorrow morning. I'm gonna probably do a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll say something.
Oh God, I didn't know. Damn, Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Yeah.
You know he was in a movie with Wesley Snipes, right?
Huh?
He was in a movie with Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery back in the early '90s.
Yeah,
he also did movies with.
I think he was in the movie with Brandon Lee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he was I guess you want to call him the final boss, in that movie. Yeah. I think you're right there, AB.
Yeah, hey, what was one of the fucked up movies? What character he had to play in a movie?
Brandon Lee.
No, he played.
He was the bad guy. I can't remember.
Yeah, I like y'all might know. I don't know if any guys are fans of Tekken. He played Heihachi Mishima.
Yeah, okay. In that Tekken live action movie, that was horrible.
Oh man, I bet that was bad. Yeah, I bet that was bad.
That was horrible.
It was bad.
Because the game isn't great, but I bet the movie was real bad. So I can imagine that. I'm glad I didn't watch that a night view.
You should have seen him with the hairpiece looking like Heihachi,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And the mustache to go with it. I was like, God damn.
Man, he's a mainstay of pop culture. So yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is. Mortal Kombat got him up there.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat. He played a grandfather in was it a Disney movie? Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, okay.
Hey, at this point, if you are a millennial, you got to understand that most of your heroes are going to start dying soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, because they are the boomers that's getting up there in the age of 70, 80. So they're going to start dying soon. Like Neil Adams, he's going to die. He's dead. What's the other one that died? I think it was this year or last year.
What do you know him in?
The guy who did Infinite Crisis in the 80s, who did Wonder Woman series that was real popular in the 80s. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know who it is because I've got one of his books. He did X-Men and he did Avengers and JLA. George Perez. He's dead.
Oh, wow.
No, he passed this year?
I think it was last year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like these guys were big in our youth, and they're starting to die now. Like one of my favorite comic book artists that passed away in the 2000s was Michael Turner. He died of cancer. I used to love his artwork in Top Cow, and when he did Aspen Studios. It's like it is what it is, man. It's like time doesn't stop for no man. You better just enjoy them as they are right now.
Yeah, you get one time on the dance floor. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Celebrate. All my comic book heroes are still alive. I want to get their autographs and celebrate them as much as I can while they're here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, the dude that was in Quantum Leap,
Scott Buchla?
he's dead.
He is?
Not the main actor, the guy that had the little communicator thing. He's dead.
Yeah, I remember him. He passed away a while back.
Yeah, he died 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was about 6 years ago. Yeah, I do remember that break coming across the reporter there. What's up, man?
I loved it during the 90s. Demolition Man.
Dean Stockwell.
Yeah. A lot of the actors, the movie I liked during the 90s, Demolition Man, a lot of them are dead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was an older cast. That was an older cast when it was out there. But yeah, that was a fun movie. That was That's a guilty pleasure movie. That's what I tell
Which
people.
movie?
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Demolition Man.
Yeah, it didn't do well in theaters, but I think it did well on DVD, or not DVD, but VHS and
I was
cable TV, because they used to play that shit forever, and people loved it after that.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I loved it.
Yeah.
When I saw it on HBO, I loved it.
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people
I got it on
in the
digital.
theater and gave it a chance. I really don't.
Hmm.
I don't think a lot of people gave it a chance in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people gave it more of a chance when it came to VHS. It's more.
Yeah, it's a college cult classic right now. There's a lot of movies like that though, but yeah, I remember seeing that in the theater and laughing. Thought it was funny. So
what do I do with these seashells? I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Yeah, that was Benjamin Bratt when he started laughing.
Yeah,
Benjamin Bratt. Yeah, his first major role. So,
but Judge Dredd sucked. Fuck that Judge.
Oh
Dredd.
Oh yeah, compared to Dredd, it did suck.
Yeah,
Dredd when Dredd came out, I was like, yeah, this is the Judge Dredd I want to see.
Yeah, that was actually good. That's Keith Urban, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kyle Urban.
Yeah, Kyle
Urban. Yeah, I said Keith Urban.
The only thing about that Dredd is I'm trying to like damn, Dr. McCoy is Dredd, Judge Dredd too. That's fucked up.
The only thing I liked about that is because in the comic books you never know what Dredd looks like, and he wanted to keep that same nostalgia.
Yeah,
so I like that.
He didn't put the helmet off or anything.
Yeah, he didn't take the helmet off for nothing.
We was violent as hell too.
Yeah. I like the fact that he made her smoke the shit that she had and made her the slow-mo and pushed her out the window. I was like, yo, that is brutal. But that was looking cool as hell.
Yeah, because how do you play it? He put that shit in. I was like, I got it. He just threw it out the window. I was like, damn.
It's like, I knew you would say that and threw her out the fucking window. I was like, shit.
Then just the slow mo of her just going splat on the ground. I was like that's a fucked up angle, and y'all know it.
And the fucked up thing about it is because there are so many pieces or people involved in that movie, there will never be a sequel.
No, had a lot of moving parts.
Because the director said that they had to go to this person and that person and this person and that person just to make that movie. For them to make a sequel to get all those certain parts together, it'll be totally impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Because the contracts.
That's the fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That movie was a classic, though.
It should have been made a sequel, but it just couldn't because how it was made.
Definitely better than Stallone's version of Judge Dredd. Good lord.
Anything Dredd. Ernest Goes to Camp was better than that movie.
Jim Varney.
James Varney, yeah.
James Varney, yeah. It says here, looking at Terry Hiroki Tagawa's thing, it said he died from complications of a stroke. Damn.
Well, I mean,
surrounded by children. He was surrounded by his children.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's a good
thing. Yeah.
He did not die alone.
He didn't die alone, but it says here 2015, you know.
See, that's why Kevin died alone. I'm like, no, he didn't.
No, he died with a Latina, and there was a Latina who was like, by his side.
Yeah.
Trying to save his life. It
says here, Tagawa converted to Eastern Orthodoxy in 2015, and in 2016 acquired Russian citizenship. That's interesting.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, he was married to a woman. He was married. He's been married to the same woman for like 41 years, and he had 3 children.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you probably haven't worked with StreamYard a little bit, Art, but they finally added some shit to make it worth the $44 I'll pay every month.
Oh hell no, I'm not paying that
Is
shit.
it $44?
Yes. They
had a Black Friday sale, didn't they?
They do, but I don't give a fuck. When I saw how much they were charging a month for that shit, I said, hell no. I got rid of it.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I remember I first got it. It was $10. I'm like,
yeah,
$10. Yeah.
And they went to 44. I was like, fuck no. I'm stopped doing content for my damn channel for that shit. Hell no.
Oh yeah, my God, yeah, it is 44 a month, man. But Black Friday they had a deal. I think it was 23.
If it was 23, I would have paid for it. Just because I might still do content, but 40, nah, hell no. Y'all
I'll blame you. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all get, if I start doing content again, y'all getting 6 viewers a fucking time. That's it. I ain't doing 8. Fuck all that. That is too much fucking money. Too much fucking money.
Yeah, that is wow. Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah. Yeah, they can go kick rocks on that. They can kick rocks with big time.
Well, I make enough money with it so to make up for it. So you know.
I mean, if you make money with it, like I said, it's going to be worth it. But
yeah,
you know, in my situation where I'm at now, where most of the time I'm just working and then go to sleep, working and go to sleep, and I don't have time to make content like I used to.
Right.
Nah, it's not worth it at all. I got rid of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Hell, the only reason I'm up right now is because I know I'm going to be off tomorrow.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky you. I have to go in tomorrow to do a treatment.
Man, I'm off tomorrow, so I'd already be asleep. Already be in bed.
Yeah.
I'm working tomorrow. I gotta work on Christmas.
I do too.
Ain't that a bitch?
I want that time in the day.
Ho,
like
ho,
ho.
Oh, Lewis, how was your Thanksgiving soft or was a good Thanksgiving?
I mean, sales?
Yeah.
Insane.
Mine was soft.
Wait, you in the supermarket, right?
Yeah.
We did over 500,000 for the day.
Yeah, mine was. I mean, I know I'm in a smaller supermarket store, but it was extremely soft. Like, and it's like it was kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
Well, up here, traditionally, the first of the month of December is usually super busy. Always been like up here traditional, but it's real slow right now.
What I realized is that people were doing their shopping early in my market. In my market, everyone was doing their shopping mad early, and it tapered off during the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Nah, the whole week, my store did close to 3 million for the week.
That's a lot of fucking money. Damn.
Yeah.
You must be the only grocery store in a couple of miles.
No, we got competition, if you want to call it competition. But my store is it's close to 90,000 square feet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you like a damn super Walmart?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've been showing videos when I'm in the store. The store is big, so.
Yeah, you like kind of like a super Walmart for a grocery store in your area. I'm just like a neighborhood supermarket, pretty much.
But I think a lot of people got traumatized what happened in October, November. So I think people are saving their money. Plus inflation. The economy is real bad. So people are being more wise with their funds right now.
A lot of belt tightening, huh? Everybody trying to budget.
Yeah.
Of course.
I heard a lot of people finance their Black Friday stuff.
Yeah, I guess the boycott they had failed. I didn't know they were having a boycott. So now they're all mad.
They got a boycott every damn month. Every time I turn around, they talk about we're gonna do a no king protest. I'm like, why?
Yep.
All Trump's gonna do is troll your ass and say, "Oh, thank you for protesting, not having the king take me over."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we already don't have that. So yeah, it's just a way for them to make money and rally. So
I guess
the Democrats did overperform in Tennessee on Tuesday. So,
they still lost, but yeah.
yeah, no, they lost. Yeah, they were going to lose, but yeah, they 9 points in that district is that's kind of that's an alert. That's an alert. They got some work to do.
Well, I'm on record saying this. I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene. If they don't address health care, they're gonna have a problem.
Oh, yeah.
If the Republicans don't address health care properly, they're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, no argument from me. Yeah, they will have a big time problem. It doesn't sound like they're going to, from the way she's sounding. So it doesn't sound like they have a plan. That's what it sounds like.
We'll see.
We're gonna find out. They're gonna find out here soon. Yeah, we'll find out here soon.
Yeah, I'm getting tired, fellas. It's time for me to. And we're a little bit past 2 hours, so about to call it a night. Any last words?
I would love to promote anybody because like right now, Charles is streaming.
Oh, shout out to Charles. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah, he did a live. He's doing it live right now with his boy Josh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, here we go.
And Machismo TV's podcasting too.
Who?
Machismo TV. He's got Obsidian on there.
Okay. Yeah, y'all go over and support Charles. I put the link in the chat. But anyway, I'd like to thank everybody that came through. Guard your image, guard your peace, and keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. You want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.